It is time for the finals here of the Cleveland Extravaganza. Men's singles 301 double-double format, and this is a good final at that. Leonard Gates and Jason Watt. And let's talk real quick here about what's at stake. I'm Nick Dichiria, joined by Sean Green, by the way. Hey, how's it going, Sean?
I'm great.
What's important here is prize money aside, if Leonard Gates loses to Jason Watt, he gets actually a bonus on his sponsorship with Winmau, and vice versa. If Leonard Gates wins, he's no longer sponsored by Winmau because Jason Watt will fire him.
Well, Jason has a great relationship with the company and works for them as a North American rep, but I don't think he has the call on who sponsors from Winmau. That being said, it's a good kind of brother duel as well with Red Dragon and Winmau, sister companies. So effectively, this is a teammate battle here in the final, and I know both of them are excited to see each other, see their friends get to this point, as both of them are. We saw them. It's not all the time we see a jovial Leonard Gates joking with his opponent before a final. He definitely was doing so with Watt, and that's a nice 140. So he's not even going to throw him off at all. After 6 darts, he's on 41.
Yeah, great start here from Leonard Gates. And one of the things we noticed is that Leonard Gates and Jason Brandon put on quite the show in their matchup. And Jason Watt did a solid performance, and so did Robbie Phillips for that matter, but not to the same standard. If Leonard Gates keeps up that standard, this is going to be dangerous as he takes leg number 1 here.
And 8 darts.
Ooh, that's not too bad.
A little 8-darter to start off. Last time he ended it with a 9-darter, so it's not even really too crazy to see him continue to stay out this form for the rest of this match.
Well, and he even teased the 6-darter in the semi.
Yes, he did. Started off perfect. But here we go. Leonard Gates gets the start here in leg number 2. Race to 3 in the finals. Men's 301 singles, and they're rediddling. So never mind. Green is green and red is red. And that
you're Sean
outside.
Green.
I am Sean Green. That's Nick Dichiria. You
I'm
have introduced me twice. Both times were really late. So,
well, you said that's green, and I said that's green. Oh, it was like a mental association.
Anyway, Jason Watt, Leonard Gates. Leonard he's just below the wire on dart 1. Does get it on dart 2. 60 in, and that's been good enough because of his power. Right.
Yeah, exactly right there, Sean. What is dangerous is Leonard Gates getting the start because you know he's more than likely going to get in that first round, and he is just showing his scoring power is on today. And Leonard Gates that is in form on his B+ to A+ side wins. Just terrifying.
An A-game Leonard Gates is, even in this field here, 6-1 favorite?
I would say that's probably about right.
Maybe even a little bit.
I've had
better.
a chance to play against Leonard Gates in a handful of moments back in my playing career, and it was always a terrifying affair because you just knew that you had to be perfect, and even if you were perfect, you might need to be perfecter against someone like him.
Well, Watt trying to go fishing to stay, and that's not going to do so. Good last, but 97 just taps Leonard on the shoulder a little bit. Tops.
And that's a 2-0 advantage for LG Leonard Gates. And this is going to be a dangerous situation for Jason Watt, who's staying at that 61 average right now. Leonard Gates at a 95 on a double-double format, looking excellent.
Well, you saw the step up there, like the deep breath, like, oh, God. And that's what happens when you play an informed Leonard Gates, who is not even supposed to be playing steel tip this weekend.
A happy accident nonetheless for Leonard. But Jason Watt does get the start. You have to imagine he really needs to take advantage of this.
Yeah, it's no longer get in on one of the first 3 darts. It's get in on one of the first 2 or the first dart when you're playing against Leonard because of the scoring prowess. And Jason's just got in too late in the first 2 legs, and you're seeing the effect that it's having. Right here, another 80 scored from Leonard.
Yeah, it's starting to gain a little bit of ground, a little bit of distance. But Jason Watt needs to put a little bit of separation between them at the moment. That's what he's going to be fishing for.
Not going to leave a finish. So Leonard should be the first to a finish. And how big is it going to be? My goodness.
Solid 100 scoring there. Leaves him that 1-2-1. We've seen that teased a few times in our coverage of this 301 event. Jason Watt can only hope for a favor from Leonard Gates and set himself up with an opportunity in case that favor gets delivered.
Does Soldier do something crazy and start on the bull here?
No. He's going the 20s route.
Treble 17. Not going to go. So Watt might only get one dart at a double here on 66, but he's going to look for two at double 18. Treble 10, first dart. Or treble 14. I like that route.
Love that route.
And he pins the double 12. 66 and 2. This is not done yet.
And listen, there's a lot of things favoring Leonard Gates just anytime he's on the board, but Jason Watt's no slouch himself.
No, he's not.
We've talked about it. He's the one that has talked the talk and walked the walk.
But unfortunately, Leonard's going to get the start. So Jason's got to improve still getting in quicker. I know he's getting on third dart every time, but it's got to be on one of the first two at this point, especially with Leonard going first.
Yeah,
and in on first dart.
Well, and the typical rule of thumb is just focus on getting in and then focus on scoring after. And if you can get both in the same turn, that's great. But this is the finals against Leonard Gates, and you have to be more than just what you would typically expect. And he's still going for that 16, still struggling to produce on it. He's going to switch to the 19 on this last. No, he stayed on it, but does find it.
And again, dart 3, just with Leonard, especially getting 120 on the start, it's just not enough.
Yeah, LG looking prime in this moment.
Great last from Leonard.
Oh, no. Just below.
So this is actually a little bit of an opportunity now for Watt. Couple trebles, puts him right back in this leg.
The problem is it needs to be a couple trebles. That's where he's facing a little bit of trouble.
Trouble with the trebles?
Yeah, and there still continues to find trouble on the trebles, as that's 57 on the score. Leonard doesn't even have to go for the 418s route. Still going to.
Yeah, and he'll shoot the bull, too, if he gets the first 4. Doesn't do so. 86 left, stay right there.
He's analyzing the data, deciding the route. You're absolutely right, though.
I was making fun of himself because he knows that.
Sometimes you just got to have a laugh about it. Looking for the right angle, and that's a well-thrown dart. Just doesn't quite collect. Outside chance still for Jason. He's smiling, he's laughing, but he knows that he can still do something here. Finds the first dart with some success. Second one looks a little high. 100 helps the cause, and you have to still hope for a Leonard Gates miss. A bad bet, but a bet you have to take if you're Jason.
Well, yeah, all I could do is put in striking distance, but that's in the corner of the treble 20, so double 4, where nobody misses, except for Leonard right there.
He expected it to be in.
This is massive if it goes. 112, one treble, needed in the first 2 darts.
This is a big moment, like you said. Is that that's a blocker. He doesn't like that position.
He has to go for it, 92.
And just going to try to find the angle.
It's not something he hasn't
42 for bull for fun.
I mean, he can do a different route. But he finds it. Great dart.
Wow.
Double 16. One of it is in dart. It just got to go here. Trust it.
And it's the third one that's been finding it, so this is a good omen.
Yeah, it is. And let's go to a last leg decider. Big dart from Watt.
2 mismatched darts there for Leonard Gates in this leg. Will he get more match darts? He's going to think so. He's going to show first on the bull. Very important. This is the most important of the diddles.
And, of course, dead center double for Leonard. That's exactly what Jason's saying to him. It's like, really?
Dart is pulled. Watt's going to have to try to match.
It was a good dart, but just below. So here we go. Soldier. Dabbing it up. Let's get it started. Last leg decider. Who's going to win the final of the men's singles 301 here at the Cleveland Extravaganza?
Which, again, Jason Watt did all that work to make sure that we were able to get out here. Well, this is what you did all that work for.
Yep.
Come on, Jason. Let's see what you got there as Leonard Gates, another 120 in.
Another great start. Where Leonard slipped was in the second and third rounds in the last leg. He's going to have to clean that up, but Jason, again, Just got to get in on one of the first 2 darts.
Third dart
Every
gets in
time.
every single time.
5 legs in a row, that third dart has hit the double 16, except for the 1 leg and the double 19.
Which is basically double 16 upside down.
Well, and then some. Gets rid of the 1. That's a smart dart. But only 41 scored, so again, a slip.
Some parity from the last leg. Watt would like to make something happen on the stern.
Better than it was last time. He switches down. Oh, this is good. A maximum. A maximum from Jason Watt. 174.
Absolutely incredible. And Leonard Gates going to be under some pressure. But there, the first dart is found.
Just below on dart 2. We'll come back with tops, but Watt 95. Do you start on the bull?
I start bull here. But
he's a very
there's a reason
smart
I'm in
player.
this chair.
76. Double? Or does he go straight at the treble?
I think you have to try to place on top of that dart.
He went double.
Oh, my goodness. No way.
It's in. Double 19
no way.
for the match and the title.
Oh, missed the match dart there. And now Leonard Gates gets 3 more. We already seen him miss 2. Will he take this moment here? Leonard Gates for the title. Double top. And it does
go in. Gave it a little hitch on dart 2. And it giddied up right on into that double top. Leonard Gates, your champion of the men's singles 301. But what a heck of a comeback from Jason Watt. Battled hard, got himself a match dart. And he'll feel pretty good about this start to the weekend.